Oh, sorry. I thought you, okay, sorry.
So part of this presentation is take a risk. Risk is something that not a lot of people do. A lot of people won't take it because sometimes it can be dangerous. We're scared of the unknown. So what is a risk? A risk is something that you don't do because you are afraid of the repercussions that come with that risk. However, on the other side of that, there are also rewards, great rewards that can come with risk. So what's a risk to you guys? I found this cartoon, I kind of liked it, thought it was funny. It says, I take a lot of risk at work. For instance, last week I went an entire day without lying to my boss. That's as far as your risk goes, that's fine. But let's talk about some people who take it a little bit further. Have you guys heard of Forbes magazine? Okay, Forbes.com did an interview with 34 people a few years ago. It was a mix of celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs. And the question is, what is one of the greatest risks that you've taken? So out of all the people that they interviewed, they found there was one constant answer that they got. And that was, the biggest risk was not taking one at all. So one of the first people they interviewed was Dr. Phil. All you guys know who Dr. Phil is. You guys have seen his successes. Dr. Phil is quoted as saying, the decision to do a television show is one of the biggest risks I've ever taken. The real danger involved my family. Now what he means by that is he was afraid to take on show business because of the effects it could have on his children, his marriage. He was afraid that being a celebrity in the limelight could ultimately cause him to get a divorce and turn his kids into people who they normally wouldn't be. We've seen celebrities such as, I'll just name a few, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, who all, DUIs, some of the Hollywood fame kind of gone to their head. Well, he was afraid of the same thing. Although he realized that once he did this, it actually brought his family together and made them a lot closer. His marriage is stronger than ever, he says. And he is very successful. Lauren Lake. Have you guys heard of Sephora makeup? Right here in our own mall in Sears. Lauren Lake actually used to work for a taxi office, taking phone calls, making appointments for taxis. She realized one day while sitting behind her desk that she wasn't going to go anywhere in life doing that. So she decided to sell jewelry online, or not jewelry, I'm sorry, makeup online full time. She wanted to take a risk so that she could take advantage of the fact that maybe something was better out there for her. Maybe she could be successful somewhere. Maybe taking phone calls for a taxi service wasn't what she wanted to do. She had to take a risk and step out of her comfort zone of answering phones and get into the online world of selling makeup. One of the things that got her name out there was she actually posted a video on YouTube. As you see, she says, I put myself on YouTube knowing I didn't look like a model, but I didn't care. That was a huge risk she took. She knew she didn't look like a model. She knew she was going to be judged, possibly made fun of, and whatnot. However, it turned out to be a huge success for her. Her name became well known. She now has her own line of Sephora makeup. She also has a book out titled Looks by Lauren Luke. And she also has a video game, Supermodel Makeover by Lauren Luke. So because she took a risk, she took advantage of all the rewards that came with it. She did a lot of what most people wouldn't do. So Harvard University has a professor by the name of Ronald Heifetz. And Ronald Heifetz at the John F. Kennedy School of Government says, if you make one real decision in your life, that's more than most people. Taking a real risk, well, that's just rare. She was one of the rare few that take risk amongst the people that take risk in today's society, which I said is very minimal. Another person, James Dyson. Who knows what he's famous for? Actors. James Dyson made his fortune designing vacuum cleaners. But believe it or not, he took a big risk in doing that. He didn't just jump into a chair one day and say, I'm going to make vacuums, and took off and became successful. It was all entailed by risk. Tyson built over 5,000 prototypes of a vacuum cleaner. He became $4 million in debt, and he ended up putting his own house, or taking, I'm sorry, 2 or 3 more mortgages out on his own house during the process of trying to figure out what that one product was that was going to sell and make him successful. This guy risked it all. He risked his house, his money, his reputation, and ultimately he came out successful. He says, if I failed everything I owned, would have gone to the bank. Everybody thought he was completely mad. But do you know what he is worth now? $1.6 billion. All because he took a risk. And on top of that, he was able to repay the bank back within 4 to 5 months after his launch of the Dyson vacuum cleaner. So $4 million in debt, repaid back in 4 to 5 months. The career coach for the Washington Post, Jeffrey Kudish, says if you want to move ahead in your career, you have to take risks. Being adaptable and willing to try new things, even at risk of failure, is crucial for leadership success. Effective leaders accept risk, are daring at times, and change according to the situation. They also view mistakes as learning opportunities. So another study done by Shane Frederick at MIT, and this was published in the Journal of Economic Perspectives. This is actually one of the tests that he did, was he asked people this question. He said, would you rather have a guaranteed $1,000 or 90% chance of $5,000? And just by taking people's question or answers from this question, and a couple other questions, but I particularly like this one in particular, he was able to determine how much of a risk taker you were. So in the end, in conclusion, they've done many studies on people to see what level of risk we are willing to tolerate. And what they found is that more people are willing to take a risk where they are almost positively sure that they're going to have a good outcome. But those people are limiting themselves to what they can potentially accomplish, I guess you could say, in life. So by taking risk, you can help yourself by putting yourself above the rest, opening new doors and windows, and having a stake at some possible great rewards, money, wonderful life. Some of you, I'm sure you guys have wonderful lives, but they said that they also found that a lot of people who are more, more happy, live more happy lives, take more risks. Now they say that money has something to do with it. If you have a lot of money, you're more willing to take risks because it's not a big issue to you. But they've also found that on the other side of the tracks, some people who don't have a lot of money and aren't necessarily happy with their life take risks as well because they're trying to do something better or to have rewards like someone else. So taking a risk isn't a bad thing. Try and be one of those rare people who do it. There's a lot of things that can be rewarding from it. You can have a great experience. So with that, I'll leave you with one question. That's, what risk will you take? You guys have been a great audience. I really appreciate you having me this semester, letting me talk to you guys. Hope you guys have taken a lot of things away from some of the things I've talked about, especially this one.